Hello, I'm Matt Schwartz, Chair of the Worksite Wellness Council of Louisville. I'm standing with Beth Ackerman, who's a licensed dietitian, and you work at the ULP Diabetes and Obesity Center. Thank you, perfect. So we just finished a session talking about diabetes and pre-diabetes, and the first thing you had up was this big slide with the, a lot of us have seen it with the iceberg, and the top of the iceberg is the 30 million people that have diabetes, but under the water, under the surface, is all the pre-diabetes, and that I think was one
point that I wanted to make with your talk is how they sit on the first problem that's underlying, and that there's potentially good news with it is that there's something that a person can do. So the first thing to know is that if you are at risk for developing pre-diabetes, and then what we know through studies is that if you need to lose weight with a modest weight loss, meaning 7%, and 150 minutes of physical activity a week, that can decrease your risk for developing diabetes by 58%.
Wow. And again, the numbers are huge. Like, it was 30 million who have diabetes, but pre-diabetes was it was
84.
84, thank you. So a huge amount of folks. And it really just means the amount of blood sugar that you have, and you're just approaching that danger zone.
So your blood sugar is higher than what it should be, but not high enough to diagnose type 2 diabetes.
Gotcha. So we talked about the fact that, so the couple things that you can do, meaning what an employer can encourage employees to do, is thinking about diet and thinking about, a little more exercise. So we talked about diet. We talked about there's a plate, right? So the simple path.
Kind of the visual to that is to try to keep a modest plate, to in your mind cut it in half, and on one side of the plate to have non-starchy vegetables. That means you have half the plate left, divide that in half.
Like salads, broccoli, things like that was on the picture.
And then on the other side of the plate to have a fourth of the plate being preferably a whole grain. So if you're having pasta, rice, potato, whole bread, you really want to try and keep that like a woman's fist or less. And then the remaining fourth of the plate is choose to eat meat, having like the size of a deck of cards and lean meat. And it sure is okay to have some fruit or skim milk or yogurt on the side.
Or water. There was water.
Yes.
So, and then the other thing, you talked about exercise. So you said that kind of all the moons align around about 150 minutes, right?
Of physical activity a week of moderate intensity. And so it's, we were going to say, breaking it up during the course of the day is fine. So a lot of times people will think, just 5 days a week, 30 minutes, but it's fine to keep that to 10 or 15-minute increments just to get that 30 minutes in.
You mentioned, or somebody mentioned while we were talking about having a, like bike pedal or whatever. I looked them up, like $15, $25 to get a little bike pedal for a desk, just sitting in front of your chair. So things like that to give you an opportunity. And then, we also talked about, discussion circled around, well, what can an employer really do? If you're talking to me and I'm at risk, it's really, you talked about how to talk to someone.
So, the question came up is how do you motivate a person, and that motivation has got to come from inside. But certainly there are practices that have been proven, such as motivational interviewing, that can really help the person who struggles with whatever problem to come up with a solution for themselves. And a lot of times when it is their own solution, they kind of thought out the processes for the problem solving, and they're more apt to make a change.
And you said the two questions, one was, are you, you remind me.
So what I usually ask a person is, whatever topic it is, usually I'm talking to a person a lot about weight, and I say, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being high, how important is weight loss to you? And that's the one they usually rate very high. And then I follow it up with the question on how confident are you at this time, same scale, 1 to 10, in your ability to lose weight or, whatever their habit is that they're wanting to change. And so the person rates that, and then what you try and do is say if they rated it on the lower side, you say, well, what would it take to get it to a 7? And it just really starts a process where the person starts to think about their behaviors and what kind of can happen.
Well, we talked about the fact that people might, feel like they're on a down slope. They're just things are spinning out of control. Or they can't control it. And if you can create a mentality that, hey, all you got to have is a little step of success, 1 pound, if it was a week, or you made one little change, that those are things that really get people to realize I can control what I'm doing and I can have some success.
And I think the theme for one of the diabetes prevention programs is small steps lead to big rewards.
Right. We talked a little bit about package, like the idea that, there's a stepping stone, somebody's eating the way they do and doing what they do, but there's a stepping stone method, which is using some pre-packaged stuff.
So we kind of put a definition to it. So it sure can be, I call them meal replacements. It can be liquids, it can be bars, it can be frozen meals. And we went through the criteria of, yep, we do want it to have some protein. We want to have a cap of how many milligrams of sodium. We wanted to lay off the trans fat. We wanted to have a small, not want to, but having a small number of saturated fat, along with keeping the calories in line. So what it does is they can see that they have many choices to choose from, and then what choices that they shouldn't be choosing from.
Okay. So I think, if I recall, there were 2 websites we talked about. One, I did a test for, I was just test subject. I think it was Do I Have prediabetes.org. And so a simple test to give you a scale, 1 to 10 of how much risk do you have. And then the other one had to do with employers.
And that was a toolkit. I need to look at it to see the exact name of it, but a pre-diabetes toolkit where a person can go in and they can list how many associates they have. They can use either national statistics or Kentucky statistics on how many people would have pre-diabetes, and they can kind of plug that information in, and what it'll do is it'll tell you cost savings over years if a person attends a diabetes prevention program.
So probably if you look up toolkit for employers for diabetes, we'd probably find pre-diabetes.
Yes.
You'd probably find it. Well, this was great. So we had a lot of good discussions. We appreciate you coming in, Beth. And if you missed it, we're here almost every third Thursday of the month. We'll miss December, but starting back up in January of 19, we've got some great programming schedule. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you.